All right, let's talk about it. Choosing a career after class 12. I mean, it's one of the biggest questions you'll ever face, right? So in this guide, we're going to build a brand new map, a modern one, to help you navigate what the career world looks like in 2026 and, well, beyond.
So, you've just finished your exams, and I'm willing to bet that question, what's next, is just bouncing around in your head constantly. It can feel like your entire future is riding on this one single decision. And yeah, that's a ton of pressure. But listen, you are definitely not alone in feeling this way. It's a huge moment, for sure, but you know what? It's also a massive opportunity.
Okay, so before we can figure out where we're going, we kind of have to look at the map we used to use. You know, for the longest time, career advice was, well, pretty simple. But let's be real, that old map, it's seriously out of date.
Yeah, the world your parents grew up in, it is not the world you're about to build a career in. That old idea that success is just a straight line into engineering or medicine, that's a myth now. The job market has absolutely exploded with new roles, and what companies are looking for has completely changed.
And all this change, well, it can leave you feeling completely overwhelmed. I mean, does any of this sound familiar? Maybe you're just confused by all the options out there. Or you're feeling that pressure from your family to stick to a safe, traditional path. Or maybe you're just unsure. Like, will the choice I make today even matter in a few years? Look, if you're feeling any of this, it's completely normal.
So, you know what? Let's just throw that old map in the trash. It's time to look at the new rules for building a career today. This is all about understanding what the job market in 2026 really looks like, and more importantly, how you can absolutely thrive in it.
This right here, this slide just nails the shift in thinking. Back then, it was all about getting that one degree for one straight-line career. Your job title? That was your security blanket. But now, it's all about building a portfolio of skills. Your career is going to be more like an adaptable journey, and your real security, that comes from your ability to just keep learning and keep growing.
And this quote really drives home why that shift is so critical. I mean, think about it. A lot of the skills we have now will not be needed by 2030. The pace of change is just getting faster and faster. Skills that are super in demand today might be totally obsolete in a few years. So the big takeaway here is that being a lifelong learner isn't just some nice phrase. It's literally an essential survival strategy for your career.
Okay, so if the new game is all about skills, then how do you play to win, right? This is where we get super practical. Let's actually build a strategy, a game plan that puts you in the driver's seat of your own career.
So here it is, your path to a modern career. First up, you've got to look inward. Seriously, what are you naturally good at? What do you actually enjoy doing? Step 2, look outward. What problems in the world really fire you up? This is where your passion connects with a real purpose. Third, you've got to be intentional about building your skills. We're talking both the techie stuff and the people skills. And finally, and this is huge, don't just learn, do. Get your hands dirty. Apply what you know through projects, internships, whatever you can find.
All right, with that strategy in mind, let's explore what this actually looks like in the real world, across the different academic streams. We're going to look at some top career paths, but remember, these are just starting points, okay? They're not your final destination.
Okay, for all you science students out there, the traditional powerhouses like medicine and engineering, they are still absolutely solid choices with great earning potential. But check this out, even engineering is changing, right? With specializations like AI popping up, you have to keep your skills fresh. And then you've got fields like biotechnology and pharmacy. These are perfect examples of how science, research, and business are all starting to blend together.
Now let's switch over to the commerce stream. Look, prestigious roles like chartered accountancy are still top tier, for sure. But then look at digital marketing. I mean, this field basically didn't exist 10 years ago, and now it has this massive salary range and can take you all over the world. It's proof that these new skill-based careers can be just as awesome, maybe even more so than the old school ones.
And for my art students, wow, this stream is just bursting with creative and diverse options. You've got a super prestigious field like law on one end of the spectrum, and on the other, you have these incredibly dynamic industries like fashion design and digital content. The art stream is the perfect example of how you can take something you're passionate about and turn it into a really exciting and totally viable career. Okay, now let's look to the future for a second. And this is for everyone, no matter what stream you're in. These fields right here, they're going to define the next decade. Data science, AI, cybersecurity, all of them are built on very specific, super high demand skills.
In these arenas, continuous learning isn't just a nice little advantage. It's literally the price you pay to even get in the game.
So we've looked at all these different paths, all these possibilities. What's the big takeaway here? How do you actually design your own future when the world just keeps changing?
Honestly, it all boils down to one single word: adaptability. Think of this as your superpower. It's the one skill that lets you learn all the other skills you're going to need. If you can master adaptability, you'll be ready for pretty much any curveball the job market decides to throw at you. So if there's one thing I want you to remember from all this, it's this. Please, stop searching for the one single best career. It just doesn't exist. Instead, focus on building the career that fits you, the one that matches your unique mix of strengths, interests, and what you care about. This is your journey. It is not a race.
Because at the end of the day, a career isn't something you just find, like it's hiding under a rock. It's something you build, piece by piece, one skill, one project, one experience at a time. So the final question I have for you isn't what will you be, it's what will you build first.